I figured you like to rock.
Yeah, I do. I like it. This is new because we're talking about new today.
Night at the Roxbury. You ever see that movie?
I didn't.
Oh, man. Here we are again. Welcome, everyone. This is Frisky Biscuits. I'm Dr. G, and this is my partner.
I'm Lisa.
And we're here with another program. Thank you so much for being in touch with us and contacting us and commenting and the good ones and the bad ones. And I am happy to tell you it's almost Christmas time.
Almost. I mean, we haven't got to Halloween
You know,
yet.
one of the most exciting things that happened to us this week is we winterized our RV by ourselves.
Yes, we finally did it and had no problems. It is so easy.
Man, I tell you what, these RV companies are ripping people off. Last year, they almost ruined ours by not completing the job properly. And we had really crappy water all year long till we discovered they left antifreeze in the filters and never took the filters out.
And you know what? Antifreeze actually came out of our shower filter because it was in there the whole time, all year. So that's why it's been tasting so. So save yourself $150. You can do it. All you need is 2 gallons of pink winter.
And just suck it up.
Suet. That's it.
Suck it up.
Watch a video and boom.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself.
YouTube teaches you everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're happy to be with you, and we are here with another episode of Frisky Biscuit. And we got some interesting stuff again as Lisa does her research, and she found some really cool stuff to talk about today. And these are things you're going to want to check out. On the video version of our podcast, I'm going to do my best to supply you with some photos of some of these extremely interesting things. Can't promise we'll have all the photos, but there's one there I got to find.
You know, some of our podcasts, we've gone back to the past and talked about how different names came into being, different places came into today. Today, we're going kind of into the future. These are latest travel inventions. And some of them, like the first one hasn't really, it's just still in the making. Some of them were on Kickstarter that were 2 years old and are actually out in the area now, so you can actually go and get them. So these may be some good Christmas things to put on your Christmas list for those of you that have friends that travel or families that travel, or even, I mean, I'm looking at them going, I'm just going to buy it for myself. Forget Christmas.
I know. All of you are thinking now, Christmas? What are you talking about Christmas for? It's not even Halloween yet. It's Christmas. What's wrong with you people? Everybody wants to rush the season, right?
Yeah, but this is actually some latest inventions. Like the first one is really cool. Toyota. It's kind of a monumental press release that came out this week. It sent shockwaves into the auto industry.
Wait till you hear this.
Hitchless towing. Now, we're a couple of years away from it actually becoming a reality, but you can go on their site or just Google hitchless towing. And, you know, it's still about 2 cars behind, like when they turn a corner, and you have questions like, what happens? It's all done by Wi-Fi. What happens if your signal goes out?
Now, what possibly could go wrong with this? This is something that I think is completely ridiculous. And,
I think it's so cool.
And I'll go down in history as being an old dinosaur. Like, see, it worked after all, Dr. Gary.
No, it's going to work.
But it's this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
No, it's so cool. If you've got your motorhome and your tow car, you don't have to use all the hitching systems anymore. All it does is it goes right behind you. And again, it
just follows you.
It's in a prototype right now where it's too far away. It's 2 car lengths. Somebody could just zip in the between. But eventually it's going to be right behind your vehicle. You're not going to have to, all you're going to do is put it on your phone. And I mean, that's the way we're going. And it's 0 physical connections.
God help us if the power ever goes off.
Yeah, I know. You know,
hang on a second.
Issue.
How come you think that's a cool idea?
Because those people that hitch up their cars, some of those hitches are so dangerous.
But they're conscious of their car being hitched up.
They are. But if you know your car is hitched up, because you're going to have to do something on your phone anyway, or some type of putting it together. You're going to have to do something.
I don't know.
You know, there's going to be some problems with their cars. Or the signal's going to get
Or
lost.
the Wi-Fi signal is corrupted. Or somebody jams it just for fun.
Yeah.
Some teenager with a little hobby kit with wires that sits on the side of the freeway and just sees which one of these things he can disconnect.
Yeah.
Is just going down the road and hacking. Yeah. What possibly could go
No, there's
wrong?
going to be some problems in the beginning. However, I really do see it because
Some
they're so
fatalities.
into these automated cars and automated all kinds of flying things now. I bet you within 2 to 3 years, and if Toyota's getting into it and they're the forerunner of it, you know it's coming. And how cool is that? You can tow, you could have 2 or 3 towables behind you.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You
I
put
think
somebody
it's
like
cool.
her in front of this and in control of it, and we have a train. That's
Let's
all
say we could
remote
have our
control.
razor in one, we could have our car in one, our bikes in one, just have a little train.
Bad idea.
Oh, I think it's cool. So what's another invention? I've got a whole bunch of them for you today. The second one is smart hearing aids. And all of these you can either use traveling or take with you traveling. And they're called Starkey Levo AI. So they're AI hearing aids, and they connect by Bluetooth. You use your phone, your smartphone, to connect them. They have a huge battery life, so you hardly ever have to change them. And that's the problem with hearing aids right now. One, some of them are too big and obtrusive, and the other ones, you have to change the batteries all the time.
And let me
these
tell
have
you,
a long life.
those batteries are so teeny tiny.
I know.
They're just miserable. That's why everybody's going around, because they forgot to change their battery and they can't. A lot of older people can't even pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like me.
Well, and these have artificial intelligence, AI. A lot of these products that we're going to talk about today have AI. So they're really coming a long way.
See how they're
with
sneaking
this
that AI in on everybody, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to be cool?
Yeah, it's going to be
You're
very
falling
cool.
for it.
Totally.
You're
I
totally
mean, that's where
falling
we're
for it.
going. And, you know, all new inventions can go 2 ways, for the good or the not so good.
What's
So
our buddy
who's-
Elon saying about AI?
Well, he's saying utilize the good of it. But the other stuff, yeah, you're going to have to follow it. Follow the money, right? But these are really cool. I think for anybody that wears hearing aids, check these out. The name of them is Starkey Levo, Livio AI. You can Google it. So I don't have any really links for you. However, we've got pictures for you so you can look at them. The next one's really cool too. It's a levitating light bulb. It's designed in Sweden. And the name of it's
this is something
FLYTE.
everybody requires, a levitating light bulb.
Yeah, because it can hover, right? So you have a light that just hovers, and you use your cell phone again, and it's powered by magnetic levitation and by the air. Isn't that cool? And it has 12 hours of usage and over 50,000 hours. So again, you don't have to change it out very often. So wouldn't that be cool? All of a sudden your
levitating-
lights are just kind
A
of
levitating light
around.
bulb. Yeah, that's something we all dream about. What would be cool is if the light bulb would hover and just like the trailer, follow you around.
Yeah. It is. It's all turning into AI, right? So
I'm
it's
kidding.
all done by your smartphone.
I'm kidding.
I'm not. I'm like, that would be really cool.
Oh, God help us.
I love all this new stuff. Now, the next one, I think these next couple of them that we're going to talk about, at least this one, and I think one of the other ones, came about because of the pandemic, because of COVID. This is a CleanWave sanitizing wand. And it's only about 12 inches long. You hold it in your hand, and it's called Varilux, Verilux. And it takes away all the bacteria and the germs by just a wave of the wand. So you can wave it across your countertops in your kitchen or across your stove. And it's a push button operation it's like a godsend for every housewife.
It's like an Electrolux, except it's like a magic wand at the same time.
Yeah. That is really new age.
That's
And
interesting.
It is just a wand that you hold in your hand, kind of like our
It looks like that little vacuum
shark
cleaner.
vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I
So
could go with
that's
that.
one for your Christmas list, right?
What a Varilux.
Varilux. Yep, that's what it's called.
These things actually for sale?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now some of these, and it's called it's by Varilux is the company, and it's called the CleanWave wand. So just Google it. Just look for sanitizing, advanced UVC technology, or you can look under Varilux, the company, and find it there. The next one's also cool. It's FlexWarm Smart Jacket. So there's these heating elements that are in the chest, the wrists, the back parts of it. And it's designed for cold weather, but it kind of knows what your temperature is. So it keeps you at the same temperature all the time. So
that would be helpful for you.
That would be really helpful.
She changes temperature more than anyone I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like a whole tracksuit.
Let me know where I could order that.
Yeah. A jacket. I'd like some pants, maybe a dress. Put it in my shoes. Okay, so the next one. This is really cool. It's an electronic sensor wand. And you can pretty much write notes anywhere. It's a little tiny wand, and it has 3D optical tracking. So it goes to through a Bluetooth device, it goes to
the trailer. It goes right to the trailer.
Well, it goes to your tablet.
And the trailer runs around out there on the road. As you write, it'll follow you.
Yeah, sort of.
See what I mean?
No, it's like a little wand. It's a little bigger than a pen. It looks about this big, and it's about the size of a quarter in depth. And you just write, say, on a table or on the refrigerator, and whatever you write, or if you want to draw something, it'll go to your tablet. I'd have to actually see that one. We can send you a picture of it. That one's a little far-fetched for me. I
can see a lot of pitfalls with that. I'm not quite sure how. Cool idea. Probably not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I don't see that one as a big seller.
It's just
the next one could be a big seller.
Reeks with laziness.
Well, all of these are. That's what we are, right? That's what we're going for. Easy, portable, new age. This one, next one, I'm not sure how to say it. It's MIITO. It sounds very Japanese or Chinese. Mito or Mito. And it looks like a black disc. It's flat. And it kind of looks like one of those like little YouTube, or not YouTube, little sound speakers, but it's flat on top. And you can put any glass with a liquid in it, and it heats it up. So it's really an alternative to an electric kettle, but you can put, say you want to heat up your coffee cup, you just put your water or your coffee in the cup, and you put it on this little black plate.
Sounds like kind of like a hot plate.
It is, but it heats anything that's in there. So if you put a glass with water, it'll heat it up. If you put a cup with coffee, it'll heat it up. So it'll heat up anything. And it's fairly small, but boy, wouldn't that be great for your motorhome?
It would.
You don't have to turn anything on, any burners or anything. You just plug this in. And actually,
I wonder if you touch the thing, if it's hot or if it's just kind of an induction. It's weird. I'm looking at your computer here. We'll see if we can get pictures of this.
Yeah, it was
video
on
version.
Kickstarter.
Yeah,
it's really and you just push a button and it turns it on, and boom, your coffee gets hot, or your whatever water or whatever you put in there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now all of these are cool. The next one's really cool too. It's this thing you put around the back of your neck, and it has two lights that come down, and it's wearable reading lights. I mean, in our RV, we have a reading system that's really good in the bed, but if you're sitting, say, in the back couch, or you're sitting while somebody's driving and it's at night, you just put them around your neck so you don't disturb the other person. And they have a warm light setting, a cold light setting. It has 16 hours of usage on a single charge. It does take a long time to charge it. It's about 2.5 hours to charge them through a USB cord, but it's a really cool. It kind of looks like optical lights that come out, but they're down here. I mean, I guess you
look like a cyborg.
Yeah, I guess you could put them up here and go
miniature headlights.
Yeah, really bright. So if you like to read in bed, that's a perfect one and a perfect gift for somebody.
I could see that. Yeah. That's kind of handy.
This next one, this I think would be a perfect gift for a kid, unless you may still be a big kid. It's a little tiny. It's about the size of the end of your pinky finger, and it's called the iMicro. It's just a little tiny camera. And you put it on your cell phone in the back where your camera on your cell phone is. So you just put it on a portion of your camera. And what it does, it's a little microscope, but it's a micrometer. So anything like an insect or anything that you want to niche down into really small, like 5 millimeters, it'll do it. So it's like having a little microscope on your phone.
That's exactly, when I got up this morning, I was thinking, I know what I really want is a microscope on my phone. That would be really
Doesn't
handy.
Everybody dream of that?
What in the hell would you use that for?
Well, I can see it for a kid. Like if he's doing a science
Like to stare
class.
down a fly?
Yeah, or just look at something really small. I think it'd be cool. Anybody that has kids that does things in microscopes. Or maybe you're a scientist and you don't want to have a microscope.
What's happened to you? You've lost your practicality.
Of course.
You're not the person that I met.
These are new.
This
new
is almost as
inventions.
scary as changing political parties.
Oh my gosh. You are a dinosaur. Isn't that what you said?
No, you turned me into a bobblehead.
Oh, that's right. Meet Gary. Gary loves our website, by the way. If you want to check out our website, it's really easy. It's www.frisky-biscuit.com. And all of our podcast channels, you can just hit a button and it'll take you to the podcast channels. I think it takes you to Spotify on that one. But we're on all of them. It also takes you to our YouTube channel. We have all kinds of T-shirts and hats on there if you want to look at those. You can look at some funny pictures of us. It's just a channel, and it's a good way to get in touch with us, too. It has our website, which is Frisky Biscuit Podcast at Gmail. And, of course, our YouTube channel. You can contact us through that, too.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's my little speech for today. So you want to continue?
Yeah,
What's some new cool thing?
I can hardly wait. These are very interesting. You know.
Does he sound old to you?
Oh, would you please?
Okay, so this is the world's smallest astronomy camera. It's called the Nano One. And it's the perfect invention for people that are really passionate about stargazing. So you can capture 25 times more light than the human eye, and it'll record it. And it records it and condenses it down so you can watch it later. So an hour-long recording is only 3 minutes, so you can stretch it out and make it really small. So it's a really cool camera, and it's really small. It looks like, remember those old little tiny point-and-shoot cameras that were just, the size of a credit card? That's what this one looks like.
The
and
picture
it has
you
a
have there
lens on
kind of
it.
looks like a little GoPro camera.
Yeah, it does. It just has a really big lens, so it goes really far in the sky.
Picks up a lot of light.
Yeah, so you don't need, if you're traveling around, you don't require a big telescope anymore. It can be as small as like the palm of your hand.
Stability is a big thing on that. you
No,
know.
I didn't look up prices. That's probably
None of
another.
these. We don't know the cost of any of this stuff.
No, I just looked up all these cool things. So the next one, I think that we will see this coming in the future. They're called solar roadways. And what they do is they put these solar panels down in the middle of the road. So, you know that yellow line on the middle of the road and the white lines on the outside of the road? It's all solar panels. So it charges it, and you don't have any toxic paint. They're shatterproof. They're made of Gorilla Glass. And they just are starting to make these roadways. So it's an additional solar roadway.
See, that again does not make sense to me, because they've got this reflective paint that they can just lay down anywhere in any design. This sounds like an arduous task of laying these down. It's like those little dots that they have to independently glue on the middle of the road.
Well, and my question is,
How is this helping anything?
What happens in Oregon where you don't have a lot of sun? Right? Or you get a storm for a month that comes through that sometimes we get here in
if they're
Idaho.
solar powered, they won't
and they're
work.
solar powered, then everybody crashes on the road.
It's like that trailer.
Like, what's your backup plan?
No, I think that's a stupid idea.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either. But, these are all new things. These are new technologies that have come out in 2022, or they're starting to work on, like the wireless of towing. Well, the next one is very cool. It's a washing machine device that looks like about the size of a little mouse on your computer. But instead of using soap, it's called the Dolphy, Dolfi. It knocks off by ultrasound all the dirt of your clothes.
A washing machine the size of a mouse.
No. It's a thing that you put in
Oh.
that automatically knocks all the dirt off your clothes. So if you put your clothes in a bucket and you fill it with water and you put this Dolphy in there, it'll knock off all the dirt of your clothes.
It must vibrate or something.
Well, it uses ultrasound.
Oh.
Like it's a modified ultrasound.
that might
They're
work.
waves.
That might be cool. I can see in an RV, if you're out there traveling a lot, that might be something you could use if it actually works.
Well, you wouldn't. Well, what I like about it is you wouldn't have to go to a laundromat anymore, right? You just put a bucket with some water, and I would probably put a little detergent in there and put this in there, and it'll vibrate it, right, with some sound waves, and take all the dirt away.
We don't know how much that costs.
It wasn't very much. I remember looking this up. You can look it up too. Dolfi. It was under, I think, $200 for it, which to me wasn't that much if you figure out all the laundromats.
Of course.
And a lot of these were found on Kickstarter. So these were old ones on Kickstarter that actually worked, and then they became a product and are out there in the public eye now. The next one is called BIMZ. And it weighs less than 2 kilograms, and you put it on your bike. It's a battery pack, and you actually add it to any bike. So you can make any bike an e-bike, right? So the battery is connected. It's capable of an app. So you have GPS, you're tracking routes, you connect with your friends. So you can make any bike into becoming an e-bike.
An electric bike.
Yeah.
That actually is a cool idea.
What I like about it, it doesn't weigh very much, because the e-bikes we have weigh a ton. That's why we ride those little tiny bikes. So they're light. The e-bikes are really hard to get up on the stands on the back of your rig.
On the carriers, yeah. That's a good idea. How much is that? Anybody know?
I didn't look up prices for this. I just was so excited to find all these cool things. I didn't really look at prices.
Yeah.
I mean, I can look real quick, but we don't want to put you guys through that. So we'll let Gary look it up.
Yeah, that's going to take a while.
It's called BIMOZ. So we'll check it out.
BIMOZ.
I know. How do they come up with these news? You look at Amazon too, and you say you want to find a zip-up shirt for the winter. There are so many Chinese companies that have come up with these crazy names.
And they're all misspelled.
And it's just like, what? I mean, what happened to Ralph Lauren? What happened to names, The Gap?
America.
Yeah.
American made.
You see all these other ones. Well, most of the clothes now are made in China, which the Chinese used to be the best of the best of the best in the world. They were
when they're in the silk
clothes
business.
makers. Yeah.
Now they're in the polyester business. If your clothes don't start on fire, they're not from China.
That's their motto. All right, so this next one I really see coming about. On the planes where they have those new, they're like holographic. What do they call them? They're in the windshield.
Heads-up display.
Yeah, they have these new ones for cars. So the holograph comes up on your windshield, and it has all your speed, all your dials. There's maps. You can actually just point with your finger, and it will take you with your map, and you can flip through. On the Teslas, you kind of flip through on just a little screen. Well, these are holographic on your windshield. So I can see RVs doing this. I can see this becoming
So what you're
a
saying
new
is,
thing.
they can move your finger, and it's kind of like a mouse on the windshield.
Yep. So you could move all kinds of things. You can get
what
stats
possibly
for
could
your
go wrong with
car,
that idea is we're attempting to
your
pay attention to
speed.
the road.
Well, I think it's pretty good because usually you're driving and you're looking down for your speed and you're looking down for everything. Instead now,
I've never seen
you're
you look
looking
down for your speed.
Straight, because
You
I'm
usually
always
don't-
going the right speed.
You don't care how fast you drive.
No, when the beeper goes off and it's telling me I'm going too fast, I know.
The beeper.
Our van will beep at you when you go too fast because it knows the speed limit. But this is all on your window. So you're looking straight ahead and you've got this little green holograph that says you're going 55 or 65, or maybe it'll turn color if you're going 100. In my case.
Red.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I think that's pretty cool. You can wave your hand in the air to control it too, but that I'd have to see that because you don't want to wave the wrong way. Turn your headlights off.
Oh, man. Some of these ideas, I'm not so sure.
So we'll put some pictures there so you can check it out, see what you think about it. Now, this next one, I really want. It was a Kickstarter, but it's really expensive. I think it was around $200, a little over $200. It's called the Padrone Ring. Padrone. Padrone. Like drone, just P-A in front of it. It's the coolest mouse ever. In the photo, it's this black ring that's flat on the top, and you put it on your finger, and it's your mouse. So wherever you go on the table, it becomes your mouse. It's waterproof. There's 12 different sizes. So you can continue wearing it, right? And then you can come back to your computer, and it becomes your mouse. So I thought that would be really cool.
I figured you probably would.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm seeing a theme here. That as you were looking, I'm seeing a theme here that you pretty much, she thinks all of these things are cool.
They
right?
are.
And that's why they're on our program. I had nothing to say about any of this. Lisa is our producer.
Yes.
And she just pretty much does what she wants to do.
Well, I asked him, and he thought it was a great idea. So do not let him fool you.
I thought there'd be some objectivity here, though, like the trailer.
But this next one is something that he's been talking about for a while. And they're actually, the Dubai police fleet has these in their fleet. And it's called the Hover Surf. And it looks like a motorcycle, like a quadcopter superbike. And it has these 4 propellers. It goes up in the air, can take up to 250 pounds. It can go 60 miles an hour.
I want one.
It's very cool.
Now,
we'll put a picture
cool.
in there. It's like a flying bike, but more like a
and I actually,
a motorcycle than a bicycle.
And I'm
right?
actually under the weight limit. I'm excited about the weight.
And you kind of sit there. The guy that's got in the picture has a helmet on, which if you're going 60 miles an hour and you're flying, you probably want to have a helmet. And he's got these, it looks like you're in a video game, but you actually fly, and it's got these 4 propellers. Now, we're on the cutting edge. I guarantee you wait 5 years, you're going to see these all over. You're going to see all kinds of new stuff. We're living in the best of times. I mean, these all are just cutting edge things. Like this next one's cutting edge too. It's called the Hi Mirror Mini, H-I Mirror Mini. And it's a mirror that when you look into, it has 8 different types of analysis for your face. So it can tell you where you're dry, all kinds of analysis in different areas. And then it continues to go to Alexa and can help you order the right products for your face from that analysis.
That sounds like the plot to a horror movie for me, to look in that mirror. And then add it up on Amazon what I need to do to fix my face.
There's some new companies out. Actually, this one company is not new. It's been around for a long time, where they'll actually look at your face and analyze it and make a product just for you. There's 250 different things that they can put into the products, and they make it just for your face. So there's some really new, cool things that are in skincare that are happening too. Okay, we're talking about faces. This next one's cool. It's a camera recognition smart lock for your front door. So it looks like a handle or just a little piece that you put onto the door itself, which has some numbers in it. So you can either put your key code in to open your front door, or it can recognize your face and it will just open up the front door.
I wonder if you could put a photograph in front of it and open up the front door.
I don't think so, because the new face recognition technology goes right into your iris, right? So
that'd be cool on a motorhome.
It'd be great on a motorhome. It'd be so easy. You wouldn't lock your key fob in like you, Brandon, locking in your key fob.
Had to climb through the hole in the top. God, I wouldn't fit through the hole on the top. I couldn't get on the roof to get in the hole.
You'd just be plopped down.
We'd be dropping you down through there, holding you by your feet.
I know, except I'm tall. I could probably just zip right in there. Okay, now this next one I definitely want. This is the world's first bacteria-killing robot. And again, it looks like a little big mouse like you use for your computer. And it was a Kickstarter campaign back in 2019, I believe. And it will take off all the bacteria, even like E. coli and all kinds of pathogens that are unwanted. And it looks like a Roomba, you know, those vacuums that go around your house, but it's really small. So you could use it on your bed when you're traveling. If you actually are staying in a hotel or staying somewhere else, you can just run it along the bed. And it looks like a little mouse, right? That's just running up and down your bed, all over your pillow. It could run along your floor.
That video you're playing on your computer is kind of creepy looking.
It's creepy. I know. It looks like a little mouse, a real mouse, running up and down your bed. But it takes...
man.
And all this stuff, I think, like that was designed during COVID, right? Because everybody was so scared of this bacteria that was going around.
It's actually a pretty cool idea. If it works.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
You know, those of you that travel in hotels a lot, you want this. And let's see what it's called. It's CleanseBot.
And that's available now, isn't it?
It is. I looked it up, and there's all kinds of different companies that have them. So it's like a little, this one's called Cleanse, CLEANSE, bot, B-O-T, one word. And there's other ones, though, that I found when I was looking them up. So.
And they're about $100?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that would be a really good gift to give somebody.
Looks like a toy.
It does.
Your cat would have a lot of fun with this.
I know.
Yeah.
Except I don't have a
the
cat.
Cat would probably eat it. Your little
Rudy would go crazy.
Your little CleanseBot would be toast.
Yes. Yeah. All right, we have a few more for you. The next one is a traveling power station. Now, we've seen the big power stations that people are buying to bring along with their campers. Well, this one's just a little power bank.
I actually looked at that, and we have one.
Yes.
We have, and it's about this big, not very big, and it really works well. I mean, you can put a 110 in it, and it'll run it all day.
Yeah, it's like about the size of a half a sheet of an 11 by 8 piece of paper.
Yeah.
So it's small, and it's really compact. It's also really strong. You can drop it up to 1,000 feet. I guess they've attempted this. And it has a crushing load of 2 tons, if that makes any difference to you.
It means you could drive a car over it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what that means, kind of.
Okay. It's really compact. And it charges up to 5 different things. And it just stays forever. Like, you don't have to recharge it very often by plugging it in. So that you definitely want one of those if you're traveling a lot and you want to charge your phones, your computers. This one actually will even start your air conditioner. It's so strong. And it's called the PWR27. But
it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of these power things out there now because power is a big deal, but it's driven by a lithium-ion battery, a high-capacity lithium-ion battery. But it is kind of a handy thing to have for survival.
Well, we've used it.
Yeah, we've used it. It actually drove all of our podcast equipment one day when we were doing a remote podcast. It powered everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can charge your cell phone at the same time.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Cool.
Well, the next one we met in a few podcasts ago. We met some people that were traveling and walking the trail from Canada to Mexico.
And if we really had our act together on our video, we would we'd have a link right here so you can see that.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
Gary's in charge of that.
I don't know how to do that or find it.
They're on Instagram. Anyway, it's called the GeoPress Purifier, and it will clean water anywhere in the world. It's very small. It looks like a very thin glass with a cover on it, and it purifies by zeolites and the ion exchange of it, so it will take away all your viruses, your bacterias, your protozoans, your heavy metals, your any chemical impurity. It's called GeoFilter. So it's a GeoPress purifier, and hey, it's great as a backup on the road. I know a lot of us use the ones that we hook up when we hook up to things. But this one, you don't have to at all. You just pour your water through it and you don't hook it up to anything. So it's not very expensive, and it takes away all your dirty water. This next one, all of those of you out there that are doing YouTube channels or you're using drones, this one's really cool. It's a 4K drone and it flies itself. It's fairly flat.
This thing, it looks like a cell phone, and there's no propellers on it or anything. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's got AI, right? So it knows if it's coming up to something that it's going to bump into it, so it goes around it. And it finds the best place to capture the photos of that area by AI. It's foldable, so it's really can be folded really small. It's very lightweight. It's very stable. It has a gimbal in it, so it doesn't waver like a lot of the drones.
That's a gyro. A gimbal moves the camera around.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it said inbuilt gimbal ensures a great amount of stability
For the camera.
Right. So the cinematic quality is going to be terrific. So definitely check that one out. I mean, I love the AI capability. It's called the Hover 2. So if you're a drone user, like somebody like Russ from RVTV, Mark and Trish from KYD, a lot of you guys that are out there that have your own YouTube channel and are doing video, this one's for you. So check that out.
As long as you don't fly it in a national park.
Yes. God, what a stupid
Whatever that's all about.
Well, I guess if everybody has drones, it kind of takes away from your experience of the park.
I suppose. They're kind of noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this next one is a new thing that's happening. It's called Li-Fi instead of Wi-Fi. So it's another type of Wi-Fi system, and it uses ultraviolet infrared waves. And, your Wi-Fi, your conventional Wi-Fi systems, a lot of times they work on radio waves, right? So they can be problematic at times. Well, this is on infrared waves and ultraviolet waves. So it's going to happen all the time. And it uses LED lights. And we're going to probably see more and more of that. There's a French company called Yole Development that predicts that starting at the end of this year, 2022, and onward, the Li-Fi is going to take over the Wi-Fi.
It probably will. There's too much crowding on radio waves. Yeah.
So we have 2, 3, 4 more real quick. I know we're going to run out of time. So we have a temperature control smart mug, and it looks like a little coffee cup, and it always keeps your coffee cold, and it sits on one of those little bases again, like that other one that we were talking about. So that is called Ember, EMBER. That would be a great gift. It keeps your beverage warm for an hour and a half of whatever temperature you set it at for 10 ounce. And so it comes with the cup and the base for it. That would be a great gift.
So I wonder if you're carrying your cup around, if that thing keeps it warm even if you're carrying it, or has to sit on a base or something.
No, I think it does. You can sit it back on the base, but I think it's Wi-Fi again, because these are all like smart or Wi-Fi devices.
God, no one unplug the power, please.
That's right. This next one's really cool. Those of you that have motorhomes that like to have little gardens with you, it's called the Smart Garden, and it has an LED lamp up above. It also has enough for a month's worth of water, and it's really small. So it's going to water your herbs and give it the proper light all the time. So you don't have to remember to water it. You don't have to move your plants around. It sits on a little planter base. And it has a built-in everything, water reserve.
It's quite pretty looking.
Yeah, and it's very high tech. Like it has a base to it, and then just this little LED light.
Are you going to get one of those?
I kind of doubt it. I like to just buy the herbs. However, I've seen a lot of videos with motorhomes that have plants in them. So this is a great way to go about it. It's also a smart meat thermometer that works with your cell phone that you can use as a Bluetooth. So you'll never cook your meat too much or too little again. And
that would be handy.
Yeah, and it looks just like a stylus you use on your computer, and you just put it in your meat, put it in the oven, and it'll tell you exactly. An alarm will go off.
We got an app for
when
that.
It's run. Yeah.
Yeah.
This next one's for you. This I think is really going to happen. And again, it's a car company. You love your cars, right?
Yep.
BMW now has color-changing cars, color-changing paint. Most of it's in the gray tone still, so it's going from white to black and gray and all the shades in between.
It's handy if you're running from the cops.
However, this car, and the car is called the iX Flow. It's a new BMW. You can just use your phone and change the color of your car. So, and it has panels on it, so you can change. You can do your own designs. You can do some gray, some white, some black. My thing is, if you're white, it's hot outside and you leave your car white, and then you forget and you go inside the store and you hit a button by accident and turns it black, will you be able to find your car when you go back out and find it?
That does make sense.
I think that's cool. I think that's what we're going to see. Motorhomes eventually, you'll be able to pick your color of your paint.
Yeah. Cool idea, I think. They've been playing around with that for a while. BMW's been looking at it, and I believe they're going to put that on Rolls Royces.
Yeah.
That's one of
the BMWs. Just to check it out, it's worth looking it up because the car is a really cool car. It's an SUV, but it has like different. It's not your plain flat surface. It's all different. It looks like a Rubik's Cube in a way.
It's kind of cool.
The surface of it.
Nice design.
So that's what I have for you today. Did you like it?
Yes, that was very interesting. I think that you have got a very broad Christmas list there.
Oh, Christmas list. We're going to do that. I don't know if it's going to be next one or the following one. We've got a Christmas list for you to send to your friends and Santa. All those people that are your friends that are RVing that you don't know what to buy for, we're going to give you some great ideas. That's coming up.
Wow, I tell you what, you just exhausted my creativity there. I do want that hover bike, though. I can see me driving that around out there in the woods.
I can see you doing that, too.
Yes.
I'll take the BMW.
As long as I don't eat any more hamburgers, I am within that weight limit. Yes.
Actually, I want them all.
Well, again, we want to thank all of you for participating in Frisky Biscuit and being in touch with us. Tell your friends, pass it around, don't return it. And also, like she just put up there, our little sticker. I'm going to give you a close-up on
Road
that.
Warrior. If you don't have one, let us know. Frisky Biscuit Podcast at Gmail or through our YouTube channel, Frisky Biscuit Podcast. Let us know. We'll give you one.
And if you have that sticker, it does mean you are super cool, right?
Yes.
So until next time, this is Dr. G and
Lisa.
Wishing you an extraordinary week. Take care of yourself and others. Be kind and also be humble. That always helps. People like people who like themselves, and they like people who are not braggadocious,
Yes.
right? So
hungry and humble.
Hungry and humble. Mm-hmm. So until next time, this is Dr. G saying bye-bye, wishing you a great week.
Bye-bye.